I decided to ask my clients what they look for in graduate and junior portfolios. A residential client said to me they just want a portfolio that is beautifully presented. They want to see your presentation skills and how you lay out your work. I then asked a retail design company, and they said to me they really want to see how you tell that story within that concept and why you're doing that particular design. I asked a yacht company what they would think, and they said they want to see your understanding of materiality and colour. I then asked an exhibition company, and for them, it was really important that you pushed the boundaries, that you really showed your creativity, that you could think outside the box. And for a museum company who specialise in doing all these incredible museums across the globe, for them, they wanted to see that you were really passionate about that sector. As you can see, it really is important to tailor your portfolio to the company that you're applying to. So when you're applying for a job, think about your projects. If it is a retail company, put the retail examples at the top. It sounds so simple, but even senior designers will send me a portfolio and they're applying for a hospitality job and all their hospitality work is at the end of their portfolio. Why is that a problem? Well, let me give you an example. Some companies will only look at a portfolio for less than 5 seconds. They may not even got to the hospitality work. I've had companies email me back saying, but they haven't got any hospitality in their portfolio. They haven't even taken the time to scroll to the end. These directors are busy. You need to catch their attention. One way of going about this, if you've got a variety of projects in your portfolio, is have a header page. So you have the contents of what they're going to see. With your portfolio, start it with an introduction and then list what projects they're going to be looking at. Are they going to be looking at a concept for a retail project? Then they'll be looking at technical drawings, and then you might be showing some visuals for a hair salon, for example, that you might have designed. But what it shows is that they know what they're then going to be looking at. You can then divide your portfolio by sector. So you could have a title page saying retail work or graduate work or hospitality work. So by doing that, it's clearly laid out. It's showing your presentation skills as well. When you look at your portfolio, you want to start thinking, is this showing my key skills? Am I demonstrating my concept ability, my sketching, the visuals, mood boards? Am I showing design development and my technical ability? This is something that a lot of people miss out. They forget to add the technical drawings in because it doesn't look great. But believe me, sometimes the technical drawings are the things that will get you the interview because they want to see that you understand how you've created this concept into reality. They want to know that what you've designed, you can build, and your understanding of how things go together. Another thing you want to put in there is finished photos. You may not have any finished photos, and that's absolutely fine. I've seen some portfolios that are purely finished photos, which isn't relevant because I need to see the process. They're looking at your portfolio from a skill sets point of view. When someone's hiring a junior interior designer, they're not expecting you to have ran projects from concept to completion. They're looking for how you present yourself, the relevant to the industry, but also your skills. They want to see what they can develop and nurture of what they're looking at. File size is really important. There is no point in having a portfolio that's 30 megabytes. It won't get into somebody's inbox. You want to ensure it's about 15 megabytes maximum. So do be aware of file size. This also goes back to your CV as well. You're sending 2 documents to them. So make sure it doesn't go more than 15 megabytes. You don't want it to get stuck in spam or not even get there at all. So how can you really get someone's attention with your portfolio? You could put it in the post and send them a hard copy of your CV and portfolio. Whenever I've received a CV and portfolio in the post, I've always remembered who they are. I rarely receive one. I think I only received one 18 months ago, but I do remember what it looked like and I do remember that person. So do think about going old-fashioned and popping one in the post if it's a company you really, really like. Another thing that caught my attention was a few weeks ago, I'd seen a junior interior designer put her portfolio in a video format. It was only about a minute long and she began to tell me a little bit about herself. She was talking on the video and then started showing her portfolio extracts. At the end, she had added her contact details, and I saw so many likes and comments from companies asking if she could then apply directly to them. So it's a way of people approaching you. Other things with portfolios is if you're quite good at technical work, there's no reason why you can't have a portfolio and then a separate PDF just of technical drawings. It may even be good that you're really good at hand sketching. You could have a PDF that's just hand sketching. I can remember there was one candidate who really wanted to work for this event company. And I said to him, well, you haven't got much event and exhibition work in your portfolio. So he went away and over the weekend, he did a separate PDF project portfolio of a concept that he created for this particular car brand. We sent it over, it caught their attention immediately, and then he got an interview. He did end up getting the job because it just showed how much passion he had. If you've got a couple of days to spare before you send your CV and portfolio in to your dream company, there is absolutely no reason why you can't design a tailored project in their design style to show how passionate you are about it. It never fails. So you've got the interview and now's the time to present your portfolio. How do you make that best impression? The best thing to do is make sure you're fully prepared. You want to ensure that you know exactly what you're talking about with your portfolio. So at home, rehearse. You want to talk through your portfolio and know exactly what you're talking about. Make sure it's no longer than 15-20 minutes. Before you start presenting your portfolio, tell the client what you're going to be talking about. Tell them what they're going to be seeing. The reason why this is important is if that director, who is usually short of time, has only allocated 30 minutes to see you, and you're showing your technical drawings at the end, and you've told them that you're going to talk through your portfolio, and at the end you're going to show your technical drawings, they will expect that. What you don't want to happen is them to cut you short, have to rush off, and they assume you haven't done any technical drawings. So do present to the company what you're going to be showing them and start off as if you were presenting to a client. When you are presenting your portfolio, don't present it on a phone. It sounds obvious, but it's really not a good look. You want to make sure it's on a laptop, already downloaded. Don't assume that you're going to log on to their Wi-Fi. You want to make sure that maybe you have some printed copy as well as a backup as well, just in case your laptop doesn't work. Some people have a mixture of both. Both look really good. It's really important that although you've got your beautifully presented portfolio, that you don't just let your portfolio do the talking. Directors and company owners are looking for someone who can really articulate their ideas. They want someone who's passionate, but they also want someone who's willing to learn. So don't be afraid to express your ideas. And when you're going through your portfolio and you're practicing it at home, do it in front of a mirror. That way, you'll know how often you're looking up. Body language is so important. You don't want to be crouched over in a portfolio. They want to see how you're engaged with their clients and with their suppliers. Communication in the design industry is everything. You'll be sitting in team meetings and they want a junior designer who can contribute ideas, challenge those ideas, but they also want someone who can pick up the phone, speak to a number of suppliers, negotiate. If you're finding that actually communication is a little bit of a struggle for you, keep practicing, talk to people about your work, really make an effort. You don't have to be overconfident. You just have to be confident in what you're articulating, and that's what people are looking for. When it comes to the point of an interview where they say to you, so do you have any questions? Often people, it's the easiest answer to say no, but this is the point where you will be remembered. You want to be walking out the door and they will have remembered you. They'll have probably interviewed 5 to 10 candidates for a junior or graduate role. Think about the questions you want to ask. Is there a project on their website that really stands out to you? For example, maybe ask them about that lighting in that restaurant project was phenomenal. Who was the supplier? Or what project have you been proudest of? Get them talking, get them engaging. This way, you'll really see if the chemistry's there between you, and they'll remember you when you leave the interview. Obviously, since the pandemic, virtual calls have become a really big thing. And still now, people are doing virtual interviews. There's a few tips which I would recommend if you're doing a virtual interview. First of all, stand up. Move your camera so you are standing. You want to be able to breathe, but also your shoulders will relax and you'll present yourself a lot more. So move your camera up. I would highly recommend looking at the YouTube video of Amy Cuddy. She talks about body language preparation. Not only are you preparing your portfolio, you're preparing how you articulate yourself. And there's a really good video about power posing and creating this strong, confident pose for 2 minutes before you go into an interview will really deliver how you're coming across and how you're presenting yourself to the director and that company.